Hello everybody, Moltrap here, coming at you with none other than the Pro League Playoffs Round of 4. This is going to be the match between CJ Entis and Samsung Khan. And the first game will be Stork versus Skyhigh. First of all, we did some of the games from the previous set of playoffs. Okay, well, just in case you didn't hear it before, a quick little roundup of how it works. The top 6 teams in the Pro League actually get into the playoffs. And I mentioned this all in the cast from the other set of playoffs, so if you wanted to skip it, you can. Give me a minute or something. But anyway, if you haven't heard it, the top 6 teams get into the playoffs, and then numbers 3 through 6, so the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place teams all get put into a bracket where they fight basically a semifinals and finals to get essentially what is the 3rd spot in the real playoffs, which acts like normal. And then the normal way that it works is that the 3rd place team plays, well, normally 4th plays 3, and then the winner of that plays 2, and then the winner of that plays 1. So in this case, there's a bracket of the 4 teams, 3 through 6, and the winner of that bracket goes to play against number 2, the number 2 team, which is Oz, and the winner of that plays against the number 1 team, which is SK Telecom 1. So this is day 2 of... I swear these tournaments get more and more complicated as the hour goes by. But anyway, this is day 2 of the Pro League Playoffs Round of 4 finals. Basically, this is this is the last set of games for that bracket. So the winner of this set of games, with a little asterisk there that I'll explain in a minute, will go on to face Oz, Hwaseong Oz, in the, I guess what would be called the semifinals of the playoffs. Yes, so anyway, and this is, by the way, Stork is the Protoss here, yellow Protoss, at the right-hand side of the map. Skyhigh is the purple Terran in the bottom left corner of the map. This is the map Shades of Twilight. It's the reverse ramp map where you've got a small choke outside of your ramp, but then there's another ramp going down to the side as well. So there's a couple possible entrances to your main, and then sometimes that plays into things. Anyway, we see Skyhigh just putting his depot inside his base. He's not going to try and wall off his choke or anything like that. It is a little bit difficult to wall off because of the fact that there's that extra ramp. So Skyhigh has opted to just put his depot inside his base and just have it go for a little bit more econ, because then if you can leave that one SCV mining a little bit longer, you can get that depot just down a moment quicker instead. And instead of having to run him all the way out. And anyway, Stork also going for basically the same thing, going pylon gateway inside his base, very close to his nexus to make sure he gets as much mining time out of his probes as possible. Now anyway, I'm going to have to spoil the first day. Now, each set of this whole, semifinals or whatever, or the quarterfinals of the Pro League playoffs, has 2 days. A best of 7 on OGN and a best of 7 on NBC Games. So that way both the gaming networks can get a good amount of playtime for each of the teams. Or for each of the matches, rather. And so then there's a best of 7, and then one of the teams will win that best of 7, and then there's another best of 7. And if the same team does not win that second best of 7, in other words, if they tie in best of 7s, then they play a final super ace match, that's my term, super ace match to determine who wins the whole thing. And I personally don't like this format very much, because it means that if I understand the format correctly, if one team, they're showing this Iris on the left, Vibrate Hero on the right, they're going to be playing later on in this set actually, and both of them laughing a little bit. Anyway, I'll get to them when it's their turn. Stork coming in here with a Zealot to do some harassment. This is another reason why Skyhigh set up his base the way he did, is so that he can have his Marines run in between that depot and that barracks. I didn't even realize that at first. Very cleverly done. And so he's going to be able to mark around, and that Zealot basically can't touch those Marines, because if he goes after them, they can run in. But now Dragoon's in play. Second Dragoon en route as well. I'm not sure what Stork is planning on here. Skyhigh hasn't even gotten a scout into Stork's base yet, I don't think. Looks like the SCV's trying to run past. Oh, the SCV blocking the Dragoon so it can't get away from the Marines. Nicely done, but that SCV does get picked off And Stork now basically has Skyhigh pinned in his base for the moment. Even when he gets a tank out right now, he's upgrading something right now. Probably mines, I would think. Probably mines, because then he can force Stork back out of his base and keep himself from getting so pressured for a short time. He's probably he's probably producing mines. He's got that tank going. Unless he's going for some kind of a rush, he might go for siege mode, which is a strong possibility actually on this map in particular, because it is that reverse ramp map. So if he does get on top of Stork's ramp with his push and sieges up, he'll be in a really strong position. Uh-oh, Stork here going for an expansion, it looks like, after his robotics facility. Not as dangerous. Stork famously lost, well, not that famously, but Stork actually coming in here, and there's the mines going down. He saw them go down, so nicely done by Skyhigh, pushing Stork just outside of his base, just far enough that he can secure his expansion with those mines, and Stork's going to expand as well. Recently, Stork played a game, I think on this map actually, against, I don't remember who, some Terran player. He should have stomped all over. Oh yeah, last Foo. And I think that was in the Proleague playoffs actually earlier that I casted it, and he expanded and went tech against a 2-factory push. But anyway, Stork this time knows that it's just 1 factory. He saw all inside Skyhigh's base and knows better. Anyway, to quickly try and finish explaining the Proleague format. Yeah, I don't like the format, especially because if I understand it correctly, if one team wins 4-0, let's say Khan won the first set 4-0, and now CJ wins this set 4-3, then Khan will have 4 wins and 7 wins and 4 losses, and CJ will have 4 wins and 3 losses, or 4 losses, yes. I'm sorry, I got myself confused there, but basically the games don't add up, and and it makes it a little unfair that it goes down to 1 ace match, even though one team may have won 3 extra games over the other one over the course of the 2 games. But anyway, that's how it works. So far, the games have been pretty even. They've been 4 3s and 4 2s. So there hasn't been too big of a disparity in wins that anyone's really been able to use that too much to their advantage. But who knows? Anyway, Stork has his observer dot. He's going to try and push in here on Skyhigh now, who has his expansion going. He's got 2nd factory down now. Stork's going to easily be able to clear out those minefields if he's careful, and he is. He's not excessively uncareful, I guess. And he's trying to push in here. I don't know if siege mode is up for Skyhigh yet. He would have sieged up if he had it yet. He's going to try and push in here. He needs to be careful that Stork doesn't take out those tanks, though. He's trying to push him back with mines. SCV's coming off the line to try and push those Dragoons back, and they are falling back, but be able to take a lot of shots on their way back as well. It looks like the machine shop is not spinning. I don't know why. Well, actually,